How do I handle the nervousness on my first day at work out of grad school? And they go on to say, starting a new job tomorrow, I'm very nervous. Any suggestions and tips will be much appreciated. Also, are there any particular questions I have to ask on the first day? I am a semi introvert and self conscious about my talents, even though I've been good in academics. I'm aware that industry and practical experience must be different than academics knowledge and hence more nervous. What are the things I must do from day one? Helpful steps to stay on top of my game. TIA. I'd say just you're not going to be expected to do anything on your first day productive. You're going to be doing training, maybe HR stuff. Welcome, we're going to get walked around the office, introduced to people. Just do your best to repeat names whenever you get introduced to people. Try to remember names, and just kind of get a read for the situation. Who you can reach out to, who you can't reach out to, and just start taking notes. Start taking notes and keeping note of where things are, where to go for certain things like pieces of information, any important deadlines that are coming up, any important things to do with your benefits or your insurance and that kind of stuff. Just start taking notes. Your first day, there's not any really particular questions that you need to ask, really, other than maybe where's the bathroom. But just you should not be expected to lead the conversations and where you're going and what you're doing on your first day, especially if you're for entry level hire out of school. Uh, but what I'd say is just make sure you listen. That's a good thing to do is listen and take notes and try to remember things. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're asking the same question over and over again. Just be diligent. Get your emails organized. Get your calendar organized, and just start organizing your work life and getting a cadence for showing up on time and getting to where you need to be and making sure that you show up to things when you're supposed to show up to things, and then the rest of it will kind of work it out as you learn the details of your role and as you learn the people you're going to work with. But just start it out right by remembering names, remembering where things are, taking good notes, and limiting the amount of times you have to ask the same questions over and over again. That's how you handle the nervousness on your first day at work out of grad school. Definitely don't do anything too crazy. All right, let's see what the comments say. Say good morning to the admin staff. Do it on the first day and do it every morning. Your first day is probably going to be getting your workstation set up, meeting coworkers, and getting to know the system. Over a period of time, you'll start getting ramped up. Just take it one day at a time at the start because the first couple weeks drag by. Get a notebook of some sort. If it seems important, write it down. You'll thank yourself later when you don't have to go back and ask questions. You're semi-introvert? Don't worry. Most of us are. I'll talk as much as I need for my job, but I'm very quiet. Self-conscious about your talents. Don't worry about this either. Seems like a lot of people in engineering have some sort of imposter syndrome. That bring up a really good point. Get to know your admin. That is something that I can't believe I didn't even mention that. That's something that I've really made sure to do in my career is that the admin over your department, over your building, they know everything. They know the processes. They know who is the person for this, who's the person for that. They know the person that knows the best lunch place around town. They know how to get your timesheets done. They know how a lot of the benefits work. They know when the holiday events are. They know who the talkative people are. Just talk to the admin. Tell them about what you're interested in. They likely know somebody that's interested in the same thing that you're interested in, and they'll connect you with them. And you'll be able to have a casual conversation related to your interests. But yeah, getting to know your admin is such a great piece of advice. Shout out to my favorite admins. Uh, we have Tiffany, who's my admin in San Antonio, and Margaret, who's my admin in Charlotte. And then shout out always to my first admin, Sylvia and Kathy. Thank you, all of you. My admins are absolutely awesome. They're just so fun to talk to. Talk to your admin when you come into work every single day. They can make your life so much easier if you have a good relationship with them. They usually go above and beyond for people that they can help out. So shout out to my admin, but that's a great piece of advice is get to know your administrative assistant, secretary, whatever they call them at your company. That's a great piece of advice.
I'm miscommunicating. I just made a pilot, then they threw me on the stations. Now I'm not complaining, My thoughts get complicated, I cannot explain in lameness. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the stage.